a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credential. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter rock. Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind?
Much appreciated, Coach. Smack dab in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here we go. We got the ending. Check the nine. There we go. Switch.
A run with Portis. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Switch up, switch up.
They go play action. It's McNabb. He's going to look deep down the field into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And right away, he lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a great return as he's up close to the... Forty-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, you know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Gun, gun.
Throwing on third down, Newton. That one complete to Elliott. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Running with Elliott. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. A shotgun snap for Newton. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
Ready? Ready? Check, check. 65, 65, 65.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. Throw left side complete. It's done. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Cam's going to run the option right. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
From the gun, here's Newton. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep the QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive, and it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Mike 9. Let's go, D. Check
To throw, McNabb. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eli Harrell just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll run it here with Portis. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Out of the gun, Newton. And that's complete. It's the tight end, Daniels. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 10. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. He's got a first down and more past the 30. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A great effort there. 84 yards as his guys are on the board first here tonight. That last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a carry for Portis. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll go right back to the ground with Portis. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on second, McNabb. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
That would have been a great catch, but real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. From the gun, here's McNabb. And that is incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Gun.
On first down, Newton. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Get to the ball. Let's keep moving. He's coming. We got double up. 20. Shit. Showing it.
On second down, it's Elliott, and he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. New England on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Cam's going to run the option right. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is brought in at the 21. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Mike 5'9".
McNabb. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked picked off at about the 41. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Now Newton. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far.
Express! Express! Great! Watch the run. Good shot, baby. Get it!
From the gun, Newton gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Check.
Now Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Great. Check 52. Express!
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific, because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when they clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Great. Express! 20. 44 to Mike. Check. Here we go. Susan. Mike's spoke.
They'll try the air now with Newton. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game.
Hey, let's get there. Watch the set. 99. Check 99.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Gun.
Operating from the gun, Newton, and he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now it's McNabb. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
He can't hit me. He's not going to get me.
This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to have a 1st down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
I hope you got your rest because I'm about to take you.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
Here we go.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Great, great.
44. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Gun, gun, gun.
And that'll set them back 5.
Come on now, let's go.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Hey, check my 50. My 50. Check my 50.
How you get on the headache? How you get on the headache?
Mike 50, Mike. I got him.
Mike's 50, Mike.
Great, great, great.
Here we go. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Here's Newton. Steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. Room to run past midfield. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Newton on 1st down. Now they go screen. It's complete. Slips past him.
Where'd he go?
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now Elliott. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. One man in the backfield, that's Elliott on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he is in. Touchdown, New England. Ezekiel Elliott with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Portis, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Yeah, baby.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, McNabb. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 29-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. He came right off the bench. That's his first carry of the game, and he left an indelible mark on the game.
Did not just bring fresh legs off the bench. He brought a fierce mind as well. He had a lot to prove, didn't he? He thinks he's as good as the guy who's the starter. Wanted to prove it, and boy, did he on that play.
Here we go again. Here we go again. 44.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Being chased, Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing on second and long. Newton firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Newton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's fourth down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken at the 23. That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
We're ready. Hey, come on. We don't get to that, Michael. Straight pass. Shift.
Running right, Portis. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Let's go.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
On the give, here's Portis. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On the jet sweep, here's Westbrook. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Flushed out right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. A quick throw out wide to Fuller. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Will Fuller, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They hand it off to Portis. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a give, left side, it's Portis. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here?
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Mike spoke both.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
Go.
Express. Great.
44, Mike, 44. Oh, you got deep? 44 is the Mike, 44 is Mike. Check. Watch the run.
Gun.
Four's the Mike.
Hot seven.
Hey, pick your game.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton. He's got Fuller. And now running right through it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Great.
Throwing here, Newton. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 15-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that plus 3.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Now Newton. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Right. 3 down. Watch twist. Watch twist.
Express. 8.
Pick the edge.
8.
47's the Mike.
Here we go on 4th. Newton. This is caught. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hitting one.
So for the Pats, they continue to keep pace for that 1st round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, it's a loss that could wind up costing them a 1st round bye as they dip to 9-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.